Good morning. Thank you everyone for having me. Happy Thursday. Just glad to be here and to talk about RentSpree. So by a show of hands, how many of you have ever done a lease transaction in your career before? So a show of hands. And how many of you, after doing that transaction, was so excited that you couldn't wait to do the next one? How many by show of hands? Not too many hands. Okay, so what we have is RentSpree. And you know that there can be a lot of issues and problems with the normal lease application process. So the first thing you have to do is get the application to the applicant, which they must fill out by hand. And then once they've completed that by hand, then they have to fax it back to you, they have to scan it and email it. Once you receive it, there can be information that's missing, it's illegible, and then you have to look for a third-party service to run the screening report. But what if I told you that our platform is going to automate the entire lease application process for you into one step, and that it is free and that you can access it through the transactions you normally work with in ZipForm Plus? How many would be interested in a platform like that? Excellent, outstanding. So that's what RentSpree is going to do for you. So we have a free platform, again, to streamline the lease application process into one step for you. So first of all, we collect online rental applications, which the applicants will complete on our site. And then we screen and verify those renters instantly. So once the applicant has input the information into our site, you will be instantaneously notified that the reports are ready and that you can review them on your dashboard in your RentSpree account. And then also, we enable you to manage your applicants. So everything, it's like a dashboard that's on your car. The dashboard in RentSpree allows you to control all of your properties and all of the applicants who are applying to those properties. So how does it work? So first, you're going to enter the applicant email address. So to get this done, all you need is your applicant's email address. And then what you're going to do from your account in RentSpree, you're going to send each applicant a link. And that link is going to provide them access to input information into our system. And once they're done with that process, you'll instantly have your screening reports. Okay? And the agent receives applications and screening reports as well as the applicant. Okay? So what's included? Number one, as I had mentioned, a completed rental application, which the applicant completes on our site. You also instantaneously receive a full credit report and score through TransUnion, a background check, and a nationwide eviction report. And then we also have a premium feature that I'll talk about a little later that allows your applicants to upload supplemental documents so that you can verify the information that you received in the application. Okay, so once you've created an account, you'll see that you'll go into your screening options. And the screening options that we have on our system allow you tremendous flexibility in terms of what you get back from each applicant. So first, you have the option of selecting who is going to pay the screening fee. So you say applicant, or if you choose to pay the fee yourself and then collect whatever from the applicant you feel is appropriate, you have that option. So the applicant can pay, or you may select to pay. Next, you will select whether you want the applicant to complete our online rental application. So you'll just check mark rental application if you'd like them to complete the application. And then you'll select what screening reports you'd like to get back. So you see you have the choice of selecting a credit report and score, that is $30. But you also have the option of adding a criminal background and eviction at no additional cost to you. So once you've selected these options, you may have the applicant pay, they'll do the online application, and then they'll also authorize the production of the screening reports. We have a fraud prevention feature on our system, so when the applicant inputs their social security number, there are going to be identity verification questions generated that the applicant must answer correctly, of course, in order to proceed. So this is a screenshot. And remember, you said all you need is your applicant's email address. So it says select one of the more of the following actions. So you're going to screen with the applicant's emails. So when you select that, a box opens up, and all you need to do is type in your applicant's email address and hit the send request button. So when you hit that send request button, your job is completely done as far as collecting application materials goes. So what happens when you hit the send request button? The applicant gets the link that is sent. That provides them access to input information into our system. They're also going to enter in their social security number. They're going to answer the identity verification questions, and they're also going to input their payment information because you ask that the applicant pay. And as soon as they're done inputting that information, which shouldn't take them more than 10 or 15 minutes, you'll be notified by RentSpree that all your reports are ready and that you can review them on your dashboard in RentSpree. It's as simple as that. So here we have several marketing tools that's really going to assist you in marketing your properties. And this is one of them. This is an open house or showing flyer. So if you have an open house or you're meeting an applicant at the property to show the property and they decide right on the spot they would like to apply, then you would simply hand them one of these flyers. It has the property address for lease and it also has your name. As you see, it has two ways the applicant can get the link. First is the QR code. So if they have a smartphone, they simply are going to scan that QR code with their smartphone. That takes them to our site. They gain access and the input information, and the reports are generated instantly. Also, you see the link, that shortened link, Google links below. They can also type that into any internet-enabled device. And once they type in that link, that provides them access to input their information. And as soon as they're done, you'll have the reports instantly. So let's say you're meeting a renter at the property and they have their smartphone and they say, I'd love to apply. So they'll take out their phone, they'll either type in the link or they'll use the QR code. And within less than 5 minutes, you'll have all the reports back from your applicant while you're standing there at the property. I don't know any other platform that would be able to provide you with that type of service that quickly while you're standing there 5 minutes with your applicant at your leased property. Okay. What are some of the benefits? As I've mentioned, it's completely free for agents and brokerages. It doesn't require any training. So you see what I've shown you today in 5 minutes you're able to do. So it doesn't take any extensive training. Limited liability. None of our reports have the social security number on them. So when you get them back, you won't have to be handling a lot of sensitive information. So at RentSpree, we do not see social security numbers. We do not see payment information. So then you can give your applicants confidence that the information that they enter is going to be kept secure, and they are going to be the only ones who are going to see that. Now, if you need the social security number, then what you're going to do is get that from the applicant you accept. But you don't have confidential information for 40 people who applied, and you're only moving forward with one. Okay, sync with existing Zip Form Plus transactions. You can access RentSpree through your Zip Form Plus account. So that enables and allows you to go back and forth with the platform that you normally use on a day-to-day basis using Zip Form Plus. And you gain back hours of productivity. And the normal process of lease, how much time would it have taken you to get an application that's completely complete and all screening reports back? How long would that normally take you? Days, maybe weeks sometimes. This has converted that entire process into 5 minutes. So when you gain time, you know time is what? Time is money. So you've saved time and money by shortening the length of time. And you're going to get a completed application back every single time. So when the applicant goes online, they must enter all of the required information into the system before they can move forward. So with RentSpree, you're never going to get an incomplete, illegible application back. It will always be a completely filled out application. Okay, so our current partners are all of the partners, first-in-class partners that we work with in real estate. And we wanted to make sure that we were working with the partners that you value so that you would have ease of use and confidence in our system to provide your needs for leasing. We also have a premium feature that allows you to verify information in the application you received from the applicant. So with RentSpree Pro, you have applicant document upload. So you can have your applicants upload pay stubs, bank statements, tax returns, W-2s, any type of proof of income, driver's license, pet photos, and pet applications. So the way that works is that once you've gotten or received a screening report back, you send a second email to that applicant, and then you would select which documents you would request them to upload to our system. Once they receive that second email, they will upload these documents into the system for you to view with all the other application materials. And you will have those readily and easily available. So for today, because of your efforts to come out today and to learn about RentSpree, we are offering a 1-year free subscription to RentSpree Pro. And so you would enter in the code THANKPRO 1 year. And that's going to give you 1 year free subscription to utilizing RentSpree Pro to be able to, number one, have your applicants upload supplemental documents. And number two, we also have a auto reference check feature as part of RentSpree Pro. So that means that when your applicant has completed the online application, we will send to any references in the application by text or email for them to verify the information they have put into the application. So you would get a response from your reference saying, yes, the information that was provided is correct, and if it is incorrect, they will have an opportunity to explain what part, if any, is incorrect. So you know exactly which part they verified. Okay, well, thank you very much. Any questions? Yes.
How much is the fee?
The fee is $30 for the full credit reporting score. The criminal background and the nationwide eviction are free to you at no additional cost.
What's the normal? You said you're giving 1 year free. What's the normal fee?
For the premium feature, that's normally $9.99 per month. Normally you would have 30 days free to utilize RentSpree Pro for the document upload and the auto reference checks. And then at the end of the 30 days, it would be $9.99 per month, which you can cancel at any time. But that's for the premium features. Your basic features that I talked about from the very beginning, getting your application, your screening reports, those are always free to you as CAR members.
Can you explain a little bit more on how your system integrates with the zip?
Okay, yes. So when you first log into Zip Form Plus, you're going to be able to see on the right side, marketing and productivity. Because there are a number of tools that ZipForm Plus provides for you, and our system is one of them. So on the right, you're going to see marketing and productivity. You'll click marketing and productivity. And when you click that tab there, it's going to bring up a flyer. And you're going to see one of your options to select is RentSpree. So you'll select RentSpree when you see that. And then when you select that, you're going to be prompted to create an account. And then once you create an account, then all of the lease property addresses that you had in transactions in ZipForm Plus are going to then be transferred over into RentSpree. So then you can select those addresses to use to screen applicants with.
Wow.
One more quick question. How do you compare yourself to like a program like Tenant Alert? Are you familiar with them? Okay.
So the thing that really gives RentSpree, like I said, an advantage is because we are partnered with CAR. So that means that our application is up to the laws relative to real estate for leasing, because they constantly review what we offer and they have approved everything that we've offered in our application. So RentSpree is going to be able to keep up with the real estate laws as they change. We're also partnered with, as the gentleman had mentioned, ZipForm Plus. So now you can use the regular transactions that you have and then be able to carry those over into a RentSpree. We also offer a number of marketing tools that really help you. We have a lease, what's called a lease link. And so if you market your property on Zillow, Craigslist, HotPads, social media ads, your own website, you can take that link, copy it, and then you're going to paste it into one of your ads. And at the bottom, you can say, interested applicants, click here to apply. So anyone on the internet simply has to click that link, gives them access to input their information, and instantly the reports will go to your dashboard in RentSpree. Also, the credit is a soft credit pull. So there won't be any dings on your applicant's credit, and you won't see any inquiries on their credit history.
The Tenant Alert also has a program where they have a guarantee if something goes wrong with the tenant, they reimburse you the cost and stuff. Do you have anything like that?
Absolutely, yes, we do. So if we have an applicant, let's say some applicants, they really love our service so much, they generate more than one report for themselves. So if we see that an applicant has erroneously created multiple accounts, gotten multiple reports back, we certainly do.
Okay, we got Brian Chen, the second one.
Yeah, question. Earlier you mentioned there's a flyer with a
QR code.
QR code. How is that flyer created? Is it created by the agent? Or-
Yes, yes. Once you go into your RentSpree account, on that screening options page, once you select all your options, then you are prompted then to go to the next page that allows you to select one of 3 ways to get that link to the applicant so they can apply. The first is to screen with the tenant's emails, so that means you just enter in their email address. The second is you're going to copy and paste the lease link onto one of your marketing platforms or ad. And the third choice you'll see there is to print a flyer. And so when you click print a flyer from those options you selected, that information is going to go onto that QR code and that Google short link on that flyer, and that allows them to apply.
So we can upload our photos to the flyer?
At this time, you won't be able to upload property pictures or property information. What's on the flyer is simply the ability for the applicant to apply and gain access to our site to input information. So if you need to give a property description or pictures or other requirements for your applicants, you would need to do that outside of the RentSpree platform.
Gloria?
I have 2 short questions. One is, do we have APP app? Second question is, how secure this system is? Because quite a lot of applicants, they say, oh, my social security, and then this hours and my confidential information is just fair to input the information into a system.
Okay, so your first question, we do not have a downloadable app that you download on your phone. But if you have any internet-enabled device, you would simply go to the RentSpree website and you would be able to access your account from there. Your second question is how secure is our system? So we have the highest level of encryption in the industry. So the only one who sees the social security and payment information is the applicant in the privacy on their own home, on their own device. We do not see social security numbers or payment information, and we do not store any information like that at RentSpree. So your client can be very confident that their information is secure.
Next, over here. Hang on. We got another question over here.
If applicant is a husband and wife joining, the charge is $30 or $60?
The price is going to be $30 per applicant. And the reason for that is that each applicant must create their own account on RentSpree for confidentiality reasons, because the reports are provided to the applicant as well as the agent. So we would not want to provide multiple people's secure information to one email address that multiple people are using. So each applicant must have their own unique email address, and it goes directly to them.
In the back.
I'm sorry, I apologize, but I was just thinking that there is no such a thing as soft credit check. As soon as you check the credit, you're going to be dropping a few points anyway. So there is no soft, there is no hard, there is no harsh.
There is
As
such
soon as
thing.
you check the credit, you are going to lose a few points.
Well, our partnership with TransUnion has assured us that it is a soft credit pull and there will be no dings on your applicant history.
Okay, the next one is Maggie.
You say the agent get a 1-year fee. What about the next year?
So every year, CAR issues a code So you'll just simply use, at the end of the year, use that code that they sent out by email to all agents in California to give you a 1 year additional year. So you'll just keep using the code each year to renew that and get that free.
Is there a limit number of applicants?
No, it's unlimited. So you can use our system to screen an unlimited number of applicants.
Okay, Tom?
So this makes it easy for tenants when they, typically out there, the tenants, they apply to multiple apartments, right? So they have to forward the same information to different agents. So by having this, it's a win-win situation for them, right? They gotta pay only once for the credit check, right?
Correct.
And they can loan in multiple times if they are applying to different apartments.
Yes, and once they pay the fee the one time, then they can download those reports as a PDF on their computer so that they always have those available. So in the event they don't get accepted for the first lease property they apply to, they have a completed application that they've saved and can present to however many they want to for other landlords or agents for other properties.
Okay, right here.
You were saying that on a credit report, there's no payment history. What do we see on the credit report? Not the tenant, but we as the landlord.
Right.
What do we see at credit wise?
Okay, so yes, again, there is no inquiry that's going to be for running their credit from creating screening reports through our system. What you'll see on our credit reports is a detailed credit report of every trade line. You'll be able to see 30, 60, 90, 120-day late. You'll be able to see the balances, amounts due. It's very, very detailed in terms of what you get back on our credit report.
Can we print the report or download the PDF file?
Yes, all of our reports, including the application, you can download as a PDF and save on your computer.
Okay, we got one over here.
What happens if a person has a computer challenge, get an agent take care of that application, fill out the application for that tenant?
If the applicant is present with you, yes, or either on the phone with you. Because of the fraud prevention feature, when you enter in the social security numbers, there are going to be identity verification questions that are going to be generated, which only the applicant will be able to answer. So as long as you have the applicant there or you have access to talk to the applicant about how to answer those questions, then you would be able to do it. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
On the report, does that show a social security number on that report itself?
There are no social security numbers printed on any report.
But if I want to use this report to show other financial, like bank, they want to say this is you, this is your report. You have to make sure this identification number is representing you instead of another person's report. If you don't show the social security number, how do other people know this is your report?
Okay. So if you're dealing with other agents or other owners or property managers, then you can create an account for yourself. And if you were to go through the steps yourself, you see that you enter in your own social security number. That information is encrypted to TransUnion. And when TransUnion generates those reports, they go immediately to your dashboard. So if you were to go on to create an account, put in your social security number, you'd see that everything came back to you only because you created an account with your email address. So it's you and the person you authorize to see those reports, which are your agent or landlord or property manager, will be the only ones that get those reports back from TransUnion.
Karen, if we called you back to come for lunch and learn, you can then give us more information
Absolutely.
about how to,
Yes.
because we need to log in and see how that report will be generated and what it gives us.
Okay,
Because
absolutely.
usually the landlords want to see that it is that tenant's information and credit information, whatever it is, applicant and information about the credit.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
So right
I'd be
now,
happy to.
we can't visualize it, so we want to know exactly everything that's in there. Additional questions?
Yeah, I have a question. Since we have a property management summit October 20th, so I would like to invite you to be part of the speech. Since it's all about tenant, about landlord, about eviction, I think this is the very important portion of that. Is that okay that I would like to talk with you because I work in education committee of this board.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Thank
Any
you.
more questions?
I had a quick question. I may be wrong about this, but when I've been processing the applications in the past, I was told if you charge a fee for the tenant and then the tenant, you don't accept the tenant, that you have to reimburse that fee. How is that? I thought that was the I don't know, maybe it's a different industry, because in the mobile home residency law, that's the way it is. So I was wondering, how does this program relate to mobile home residency law? Are you guys involved with that at all?
So when the applicant pays the $30, what they're paying for is the generation of the screening reports. So it's a credit report, let's say, for example, or background. If I receive those reports, I pay my $30 and I get those reports, then I have paid for a service for which I have received. So even though I may not get accepted for the first property, I still have valid reports that I can use to apply to
Right,
as
well,
many
I guess what I'm
properties.
asking is how do you relate to the mobile home residency law in the mobile home industry in this state?
In a mobile home, I think it's a different, maybe a different process.
That's why I'm
because
asking.
Yeah, because I think we're right now, in general, we're talking about property, regular property.
Right, right.
Single family apartment.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know, and have you guys don't have anything to do with like the Western Manufactured Association for Mobile Homes or anything like that?
We do, we are partnered
are
with
partnered?
WMA, yes.
Okay,
And
all right, that's what I
so we
wanted to
have
know.
been providing them with screening reports without any
Okay.
issues. Mhm.
All right, thanks, that's what I wanted to know.
Okay, great. So I will be here after the meeting's over. If you'd like to receive a copy of the application, the screening reports, everything that they look like, please leave me your card, and then I will email all of you a sample of those applications.
Thank you.